The North Florida Sports Network.
All right. Welcome back. It's the North Florida Sports Network.
The North Florida Sports Network.
The brackets are out. We're going to do a bracket later at the end of the show, so stick around for that. Man, North Florida, what's going on in sports? The basketball team season ended with a loss in North Carolina. They're not going to play in the NIT.
Nope.
The football team, the weights came out for the roster. We're going to talk about that because that's nerdy stuff that we like to do. But first, we're going to talk about this baseball team over at the Dick. Like Jarrett's got them boys 18-0 to start the season, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. It really is. After what, the worst season in program history last year?
Right. Open up ACC play with a sweep of Notre Dame this past weekend.
Right.
Nice to see.
3-0 now in the ACC.
Right. Big one coming up. Going on the road next week. Clemson.
Who's good now? They're good.
Number 4 in the country. Yeah, just won the series on the road against the Duke Blue Devils, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, they're good, man. They're good.
And Stetson this week, and then they play on the road against Clemson. They are now ranked 12 in the D1 poll. Is that right?
That was the last of like 4 or 5 polls in baseball that they were unranked.
Well, rankings come out based on
that's the
your
one
team last year, and
based on how nice your stadium is. Let's just be that's right.
Well, they're finally ranked. That shouldn't matter. You just got to keep winning ball games, winning series.
Yeah, that
they haven't even lost a game. It's hard to believe
that's what's hard to believe is that this in just one off season they were able to improve the team enough to be doing something like that.
You've been watching these games. What stands out as the biggest improvement?
5 to 9 in the lineup. He just replaced it. And that's the difference. I mean, you knew Cam Smith could hit, you knew Tibbs could hit, Jaime, you knew they could do it. After that last season, that was pretty much it. Nobody else could really be counted on.
Mm-hmm. So
he went out and got new hitters, essentially. And 5 through 9 have been getting it done. I will say that the second 2 games of that series, Notre Dame played really well, man. They pitched really well. They held Florida State, I think, to 4 runs in both games, which is coming into the series, nobody had really done that. But again, those are games last year that Florida State definitely loses.
Mm-hmm. Saturday
and Sunday are losses. That's the biggest improvement that jumps out. The pitching is actually, I mean, it was really good this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Now consistency is something that, because of their youth and inexperience, you just hope that it stays consistent. But man, 12 strikeouts for Cam Leiter.
Yeah.
And 5 and 1/3 inning. Or not Cam Leiter, I'm sorry, Jamie Arnold. Leiter was really good on Friday. I don't remember how many strikeouts he had. They're a better team, man. If they stay somewhat consistent throughout the season. The ACC is stacked.
Yeah.
But I think they could mess around and host a regional. They catch some breaks. You might even be talking about super regional, but again,
I didn't watch. I've been following the team, but what impressed me the most about this last series, like you said, Notre Dame played well the last 2 games, but Florida State made them earn everything. No errors on the whole series.
Yeah.
That's winning baseball. And anybody knows you win baseball by catching it and throwing it.
Yeah. And
consistently.
The middle infield, two new guys in the middle of the field, Lodi's and Farreau. The thought was that you were going to lose a little bit defensively, but it was fine because they can both hit. But to this point, there really hasn't been any drop off in the defense from last year, and the offense has been just night and day.
Right.
I think Ferreau hits 5th or 6th in the lineup. Lodi's hits 9th, but it's a guy that can hit 20 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if he'll do it this season, but it just kind of just shows what they did to the lineup. They went and they got power. But yeah, man, it
shows how last year was just.
Last year was as much about, timing. Jarrett had no time to come in and really see what the roster or do anything about it ultimately. And it was transition year.
I tell you what,
a perfect storm of terrible.
And you can roster flip, whatever they want to call it, that was done the right way. You got a team that's playing well, playing hungry, playing good baseball. And it seems to be the fans down there, I know they love it, sellouts over the weekend. So now they're ranked.
Right.
23 in a row is the record. They have 5 more. They'd have to sweep Clemson.
Yeah. Well, you win these 4 games this next week, and this time next week we're going to be talking about Florida State as in the top 2 or 3 in baseball. That's the kind of recognition they'll be getting. I will say though, I think it's pretty unlikely that you're going to get a sweep up in Clemson.
Yeah,
I think if you can
they're number 4.
If you can get 1 win up there,
right?
That the key here for Florida State is just make the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, what a great start to the season.
Right, it's baseball, man. You get into the postseason and anything, anything can happen.
That's true. But a good start to the season. They play this week.
Yeah, competition picks up, man. Clemson number 4. Then you get Louisville, who is a bit down the week after they come into Mike Martin Field at Dick Howser Stadium. But then after that, man, you're playing a bunch of good teams in the ACC. Even the quote unquote down teams this year, like Miami. Dude, I'm telling you, there isn't really a lineup in the conference that can't just crush the ball. It's, who's got pitching that can shut other teams down.
Well, that's good sign that the defense is playing well.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the difference.
And you early on, it looks like you got guys that can get swing and miss, and that's going to be huge on keeping some of these offenses. I mean, teams like Virginia Tech, they hit like 12 home runs this weekend. Some guy hit 6 home runs in the series. And that's a team that was supposed to be at the bottom of the conference this year. So, yeah.
Well,
a lot of baseball to play.
But but man, night and day.
Yeah.
I'm have to get out there. All right, well, let's switch to spring football. Hasn't necessarily started, but the weights were released. You can see some of the gains. I know I saw a picture of Hakeem Williams.
Yeah,
doing a leg press. Oh my goodness,
he added a few pounds, but he was already pretty phically imposing to
my
begin
quad.
With. Yeah,
what?
I mean, they're not doing low weight, low rep in there, man.
No.
Josh Storms doesn't believe in my philosophy.
But, yeah. So what's that just stood out to me just as a look. But what are some of the things that stand out to you?
The biggest
just
one
looking at the numbers.
The biggest one is Pat Payton up to 254, something like that, 55 from last year, where I think he was listed at 239, which might have been generous. You put him with Marvin Jones Jr., 257. You're starting to not really lose a whole lot of, at least listed weight size on there, in terms
looks more of a reload.
Yeah. Now the question will be is what kind of 254, 257 is that? I mean, I think, dude, based on the picture of Marvin Jones during tour of duty, some of the comments made by other websites of people who've talked to people, I guess, I don't know, but I think there's some explosiveness there that people may not really be expecting. So we'll see. I don't know though. I mean, you're replacing Jared Verse, which was just, I mean, a guy's just a freak of an athlete.
Right.
So you got to temper expectations just off that.
But
Josh Farmer up to 318.
Right. The improvement though from the guys that have been here.
Yeah.
Just physically, the buy-ins there, the growth, the 318.
318, you pair that with Daryl Jackson 330. Like that for me going in the defense, that's my biggest, like what I want to see out of next year is like finally going to get these two kids playing together a full season. Hopefully it feels like it's just been painstaking to get to this point.
Right.
And they are both just huge kids, man. Just massive human beings.
It's exciting. I love that.
Right. It is. And the linebackers all, Blake Nicholson is
that's going to be
the tiniest one, and he's 220 still. So
you have the transfers coming in too.
Yeah.
And the transfer from Alabama. That's good to see.
Right. Robert Scott is listed up to 340 from 313. That's interesting to me given his injury issues.
Maybe
I don't know if that's like all good weight. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're bulking him up to try to slide him inside. They may be trying to put him. I don't know. But
he probably couldn't do a lot of conditioning either with the injury. Yeah. That could be it.
Yeah. I don't, who knows, man? Who knows with that? I just hope he gets healthy. It doesn't seem like he's been healthy the last 2.5 years. It's just something that keeps setting him back. Other than that though, Armella is 321. This is going to be a big season for him.
Yeah.
Big season for him. Simmons actually lost a couple pounds, but he's still like 310, 311. He's got that prototypical tackle build.
I mean, he's giant.
Yeah. So, I mean, after that, the biggest thing that jumps out at me is the size of some of the freshmen. Cam Davis being 221 pounds already. And it's, yeah. I think that, you put that back there with Roydale Williams, who's 225, the transfer from Alabama. And that's, up. He was listed at 214, I guess, when he showed up. So that's 11 pounds and a very short period of time.
Physicality, and they have to get more physical.
Yeah. And then you just
have to have more depth.
You throw DJ in there and he's 255 pounds.
Right.
So again,
I mean, you look at a guy like Toafili, who when he first got here, he's gotten
up
bigger
to about 196,
every year.
I think. Yeah, dude.
It's good to see the buy-in, good to see the improvement in something.
Hopefully just moving that line of scrimmage every game.
Right. And then it's a big year for Hakeem. He's going to have he's got a couple roles to fill. You lose Wilson and, you lose Coleman. You
lose Wilson.
So there's who's the go-to guy? You got a new quarterback. Who's going to get that relationship?
Right.
Who's going to be the money guy? That's the biggest question mark.
One thing, you brought in Benson, and Benson has speed that even Williams, I don't think has the gear that Malik Benson has, but he can still run, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we have another wide receiver that is built like him, that can physically impose themselves the way that Hakeem can. So, yeah, big year.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a big spring for a lot of guys.
It's this linebacker, though, is probably your most...
Yeah.
What position are you... Last year, I know you were worried about safeties.
Right.
So what's the position this season just going into it?
Just linebacker because of what you have to replace.
Right.
And just the unknown.
Right.
I mean, I know you're replacing NFL guys on the defensive line, but you have guys that you've seen.
Yeah. You've seen them.
Yeah.
They've played other places.
Right.
Even a guy like Hakeem Williams, he hasn't put much up here, but the potential's there. You can see it.
Right. Right. And that's, there's other guys in the wide receiver room though, that you can look at other places to get productive. I mean, wide receiver is also another spot, man. It is honestly. Tight end. Hopefully you can lean on Morlock a little bit this year.
Yeah.
There's some unproven guys in the wide receiver and tight end room that are going to need to step up. The thing about linebacker is that There's just so little experience.
Is there anything looking at it? Anybody lose weight or anybody that's kind of looking? Whoa!
There weren't any drastic weight losses.
Okay.
Guys that you would have liked to see put on a little bit of weight. I mean, Lamont Green Jr., I would have liked to see him get a little bigger, but he was hurt.
Yeah, okay.
Him still being about 227, that's pretty light for a defensive end. But nobody's just gonna come in here unless they want kids to drop weight. Jaden Todd, the freshman, he dropped about 12 pounds, but he was at 350. He's another kid that's just giant human. I think they'll probably get him down to like 335 range.
Yeah.
Andre Otto, another kid that lost a couple of pounds, but he's still 330. He's still just a massive human being. And these aren't like slovenly kids, like big overweight kids. These are just big.
Yeah.
So, move that line of scrimmage, man.
Right. Well, they announced the tournament, and I guess we'll do a bracket. You got one? You ready to do this?
Full bracket?
Yeah, just pick them.
Yeah, just run down the games. I'll tell you who's going to win right now.
All right. Well, let's start it with the play-in games, and that is going to be Virginia is going to be playing.
Virginia got in, huh?
Yeah, they got in. They were in the last four in. So,
who are they playing?
Who are they playing?
Well, whoever they're playing, they're going to lose to them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here, Tony.
They are playing Colorado State.
Oof.
And Colorado is in the other playing game playing Boise State. The winner of that game plays Florida.
All right, you know what? I'm going to pick.
The winner of the Virginia Colorado State game plays Texas.
All right, you know what? Actually, give me Virginia beating Colorado State to go on to play Texas.
All right. So, and then you have, who do you have going and winning, Colorado or Boise State?
I'm going to take the Broncos.
All right. I'm going with the Who's and the Buffs, man. All right. So let's get it started. Let's go to the West. Let's first of all, let's
also keep track of how many teams Florida State beat that are in the tournament, because we got Colorado, so there's one.
Yeah.
We're at one.
That might just be it.
No, there's more.
I know. North Carolina, there's not going to be any miracles here. The 8-9 for them is Mississippi State, Michigan State.
Ooh, okay. Give me Mississippi State over Tom Izzy. Izzo.
I'm going with the Spartans.
Yeah, you would.
All right, let's go Grand Canyon, the 12 seed, against St. Mary's, the 5.
The Gales of St. Mary.
The Gales.
Give me the St. Mary's.
I agree.
Yeah.
That Grand Canyon, man, isn't that
an online school?
Online Christian Academy and out west.
Oh, yeah?
They have a hoops team. Crazy. All right, Alabama.
It's like the air up there. Got Kevin Bacon recruiting for him, man.
Alabama, 4 seed against Charleston.
I'll go with Alabama, man.
Yeah, I will as well. Clemson, ACC, 6 seed. I was wrong about that earlier on one of the previous shows. I thought they were going to miss out. That was when ACC.
I think that's one of the ones.
A low point.
Yeah, and I think Lunardi he missed that, man. I think his projections mid-season where Clemson was.
They're a good team,
and I thought they are.
I thought they should have made it all. That's what my point was.
That PJ Hall kid deserves to go and play in the tournament.
They're playing New Mexico.
Fun. Yeah, I got Clemson. Have fun trying to stop that kid.
Yeah, I got Clemson too in this one. Baylor, they're against Colgate. I'm going to go with the Bears here.
The Bears,
and then your old stomping grounds, Dayton.
Yeah, give me Dayton. Yeah. I think they're a little bit underseeded, but I get it.
Yeah, I think they've been pretty good.
You know what? I'm going to just real quick reference back to 2020, us Florida State fans.
Yeah, they would have got a 1 seed too, right?
Yeah, that was a really, really the one team that
would have been great to see.
Yeah, Obi Toppin was out of control.
Right. All right, so Arizona is the 2 seed, and they're playing Long Beach State. I'm going.
Yeah, I'll go Arizona.
There's going to be an upset. That's one thing I guarantee. There's going to be more and more each year. I mean, last year you saw what.
And that's a game right there, Arizona and Long Beach State, that
one
just
of these
primed for it.
There's going to be one, and maybe two, or the 1 or 2 seeds.
And I think it'll come from the ACC or the Pac-12 too.
Let's go to the Midwest, and Grambling's playing Middle Tennessee State. We're not even going to pick that one, but Purdue, we're not going to pick them to lose in the first round, but they're a team that has lost before as a 1 seed.
They have. They'll just give it to.
Still got the big guy.
Yeah, they'll give it to him.
I don't have any confidence in them. You have to give them the 1 seed because of the record and everything. But
right, no, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Sweet 16 tops.
All right, TCU is a 9 seed, and they're playing Jamie Dixon's TCU Horned Frogs.
Yeah,
against Utah State, who's the 8 seed. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Jamie, man.
You go Horned Frogs.
I'm gonna go get them frogs.
I am as well.
As too well, I am
too as well. Hello. All right. Gonzaga. 5 seed going against McNeese.
Who? McNeese State.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to see Gonzaga get bounced first round. I guess they're not that good this year. Maybe.
I'm going McNeese State here. This is my upset.
Get you on. I'm gonna go Zaggles.
All right.
Even though they lost all their 12-year players.
This hasn't been a banner year for Kansas, but they're still a 4 seed.
Yeah.
And they're playing Samford. Bill Self gets them going around this time, though. And Samford as a 13 seed.
Yeah, I'll take Kansas, man, but it's another team I'd like to see just get bounced early. Hunter Dickinson, not a huge fan of him.
Well, South Carolina from the SEC is a 6 seed. They're going against Oregon.
Ooh.
Out West as an 11 seed. This will be a fun matchup.
Give me South Cac, man. I think they're a sneaky team.
Yeah, I do too. SEC, the improvement in basketball we discussed all year.
Yeah, it's easy when you can buy your improvement.
Yeah. All right, Creighton, Akron.
Ooh.
Is the 3rd seed. Well-coached team.
They are.
I'm going Creighton here.
I'd love to see the Zips do it, but
yeah.
Nah, give me Creighton.
All right, so then I have UVA beating Colorado State. They're going to be playing Texas. And, I'm going to go Virginia here.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they have that style that if you're not ready for it.
Texas lays another burnt orange brick.
All right, then you got Tennessee against St. Peter's. So
yeah, he take the balls.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, watch out.
Yeah, I mean, Rick Barnes
is Long Beach State, St. Peter's, one of those teams.
Yeah, I think Long Beach State over Arizona is the most likely of all of those. Tennessee's just got too many hired guns, man.
Right.
The Chechnyan militia.
All right. Let's go to... Where's the other 1 seed? We did Purdue. We did North Carolina.
6 different teams turned down the NIT.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Pitt did.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Depends, man. All
right, well, let's go to the other side, the East. UConn's playing Stetson. When UConn, they look good again. They're the defending champs. Will they go back to back? It's been a while since that happened. It was the Gators, the last team to do that. Then you have a rematch here.
I don't remember them winning one. What?
Possibly a rematch of the national championship in the second round as FAU is playing Northwestern. But I think Northwestern's going to ruin that for FAU. I got the Wildcats winning that game.
No.
You got FAU.
I got Dusty May beating them.
All right.
I think it will be a rematch and the same outcome.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. It was San Diego State in the national championship last year.
Against UConn?
Yeah.
That's right, because it was okay, I gotcha.
And they're in this. They're the 5 seed, and they're San Diego State. That is, they are playing UAB.
Yeah, they're gonna beat UAB.
All right.
And this thing's gonna go chalk for the most part.
Auburn's playing Yale. I'm going
Auburn.
I got UAB beating San Diego State. I'm taking the Blazers, man. The Dragons. I'm taking Auburn to beat Yale. I got to have some upsets here. BYU's playing Duquesne.
Duquesne.
How about it?
The Dukes.
Against the Mormons. Who you got?
Give me the Quesnies, man.
All right. I like it.
It's the first time in a long time they've been in the tournament.
Yeah, it is. Illinois, Morehead State. I think Illinois pulls it out there. Washington State over Drake. What do you got, Drake?
Yeah, you know what? Give me the fighting Ken Mackeys over Washington State.
All right. I like it. Iowa State. South Dakota State.
Iowa State,
Cyclones.
Dude, they kicked the absolute crap out of Houston. That was surprising.
All right.
That's a team.
That is your first round.
That's a team to watch for right there. Yep. Iowa State.
Yeah.
The Cyclones.
We'll just fill out my bracket. We'll do the rest of it. I got UConn beating Northwestern.
Do you now?
Yeah, and I got Auburn beating UAB. They're going to match up in the Sweet 16.
UConn and Auburn, huh?
I'm taking the Mormons to beat Illinois. They're going to play the Cyclones.
That's where you're wrong.
Yeah, I know. And Houston, we haven't gotten that one. Houston's going to win. I forgot we haven't picked another bracket.
Yeah, you got the whole South bracket.
I'm sorry. The South. Forgot about the South. Houston, the 1 seed in the South.
You also forgot about North Carolina.
No, we did that.
Yeah, we did it already.
All right, and then you got 8-9, Nebraska, Texas A&M, the old Big 12.
I want to see the Huskers do it, man. Give me Nebraska.
All right, I like it.
We're going with your bracket, though.
Yeah, I'm picking them too.
All right,
Wisconsin, James Madison. You still give me your picks. I'm going James Madison here.
All right.
And then who you going there? Wisconsin?
No.
All right. Duke playing Vermont.
Oh God. Of course, Duke.
Yeah. And then the NC State Wolfpack.
Look at them.
5 in a row.
Get
to
you
win
some.
the ACC tournament. The big man with the MVP of the tournament.
I mean, he's ridiculous.
Big man just win all over everybody.
Dude, the guy's got John Stockton style skills with the distribution.
The big man?
Yeah, you seen him? You didn't watch any of it?
No, I was doing kid stuff.
Well, yeah, it was spring break.
Yeah.
Nah,
I mean, when you told me that, I was...
Dude, some of his passes were just like, holy...
I watched the Florida State games, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch
when I saw him play this year, though, I was like, wow, this guy is incredible.
Yeah, he's not... He
puts it together. And
he's not what you would expect. It's kind of like a point forward.
Dude, he looks big old, big baby Davis out there.
Oh, Big Baby wishes he was that smooth.
Yeah, this guy, and he took over 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Never been done before.
Big DJ Burns, get it. Who they playing?
They're playing Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Oh, yeah. Give me the Wolfpack.
I'm going Wolfpack here, too. I mean,
you watch out for the Wolfpack, man.
Yeah, that's a team with talent that might figure it out.
That Morrell kid, he hurt his groin, but he was the kid that was keeping him in it when we played him. That's team number 2, by the way.
That Florida State has beaten. All right, I like it. Kentucky, Oakland. I think Wildcats will win this one.
Wildcats got it.
And then the Gators, 7 seed. A lot of improvement. With the young coach from the West. They're
7-footer with that injury.
Yeah, that's
going to be tough.
Tragic injury.
You get some time to try to adjust it. Who are they playing?
I got them playing the Buffs. You got them playing the Broncos.
I think they'll probably beat either one.
I don't know. I think Colorado's going to win.
Is that team number 1 that we put in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Marquette, 2 seed against Western Kentucky. I'm going Marquette.
Damn, Marquette's good again?
Yeah.
They have Shaka. That's right.
All right. So then you have Houston versus Nebraska. Who you got in that?
I got 5 Slammer.
Yeah. All right. And then I do too. And then I think I have Duke beating James Madison. I have NC State, Kentucky.
Okay. If NC State gets past, if they do in fact beat Texas Tech, this is where I'm calling them to start making some shit happen.
All right.
They're going to knock Kentucky off.
You know what?
Coach Cal, no.
Going with you, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's just something about a team that does like that. Like they're either going to lose to Texas Tech by 20 points
Yeah.
or they're going to start going on a run in this tournament. And they're that kind of team where they just start junking up threes and everything goes in, and then they got big dude down in the middle. And don't forget Danny Cannell's nephew, Big Middlebrooks. Put the icing on the cake to win against North Carolina.
So you got the Gators playing Marquette. I got Colorado playing Marquette. I got Marquette beating.
Yeah.
Because you said,
give me the Musketeers.
All right, so let's go back up and
wait, they're Marauders?
I got UConn beating Northwestern, going back to where we started. I got Auburn beating UAB. You had San Diego State there. Do you have them beating Auburn?
No.
All right, so you got Auburn pressing on. BYU over Illinois. You had Illinois. Do you have Illinois over BYU?
Yeah, I do.
All right, I got BYU. They're playing Iowa State over Drake. You got Iowa State as well.
Right. I think Iowa State beats whoever they play.
So North Carolina, we had them there. I got them playing Michigan State. I got them winning. You got them playing Mississippi State. What do you got?
Winning either one.
Yeah. All right. So St. Mary's playing Alabama. I think we both had that. Who we got winning that? I'm going to
taking Alabama.
All right. I am too.
Setting up that matchup.
Right. All right. So Clemson, Baylor. This is going to be a good one.
Ooh. Give me the Bears. I think it's a bad matchup for Clemson.
Yeah, I agree.
Could be totally wrong, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, this.
All I know is PJ Hall is a pain in the ass to try.
Load.
Yeah.
Baylor's got dudes.
Yeah, it's dudes.
And
what's his face? Drew.
Yeah. So Dayton, Arizona.
Ooh. Give me Dayton.
I like it. I'm going Dayton as well.
Anthony Grant.
All right.
Making it to the Sweet 16.
How about it? Purdue, TCU, second round.
Dude, this right here, you know what? I'm taking TCU.
Yeah.
This is where Purdue is like, oh, yeah, that's right. We
are
suck.
Purdue. I'm taking TCU as well. I don't believe in Purdue.
First number one seed bounce is definitely Purdue.
And Kansas, McNeese State. I'm taking Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas.
You got South Carolina, Creighton.
Give me the Cox, bro.
You going Cox?
Cox, yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm going Creighton here.
Too much athleticism in South Cac, bro.
Yeah.
That defense.
You know what? You got
Flip it.
I'm flipping it. Give me the Gamecocks. And then that's going to be Tennessee against Texas or UVA. Oh, no, we both have UVA winning. So
Tennessee, UVA.
Yeah.
Woo! Rick Barnes,
Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett. Old foes. Give me Tennessee.
Yeah. So that sets up a South Carolina All SEC Sweet 16. And that is the Sweet 16. We have that set. And what we have is Houston versus Duke.
I'm going to take the Cougars in that one.
And then we have NC State Marquette.
I would love to pick the Wolfpack, but I'm going to go Marquette.
I'm taking the Wolfpack, baby.
Look at it.
I'm taking it. Like you said, they're going to get on a roll here.
It's going to be a rematch. Are they going to play Houston?
Yeah.
So it's a rematch of the Valvano.
I'm seeing it right now.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right. And that's going to be for the final, to go to the Final Four. All right. Let's go to BYU, Illinois. That's what I have. You have Illinois versus Duquesne.
I had Iowa State winning that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Iowa State. You got Iowa State winning that one.
Yeah.
I had BYU. Yeah, I have Iowa State winning as well. And UConn versus Auburn.
Think UConn gets them. Think Iowa State wins.
This is a tough one for UConn.
Yeah.
Auburn with the SEC tournament title.
Right. It's just Bruce Pearl. I mean,
yeah. But UConn is,
it's UConn.
I think.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. Hurley is a great coach. I'm going UConn as well. So that sets up an Elite Eight. 1-2, Iowa State, UConn. And let's go down to, and we also have beat. All right, now let's go to the other side. North Carolina, Alabama.
Give me the Tar Heels.
Yeah, I agree. Baylor, Dayton.
Baylor.
I agree. All right, South Carolina, Tennessee.
This guy's going to be a toughie. Give me the Gamecocks.
I like it. I'm going with that. You convinced me. I'm riding that with you. All right. Kansas, TCU.
Kansas.
All right. So now you have North Carolina, Baylor.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears upsetting the Tar Heels.
And they will make it to the Final Four.
Punching their ticket.
No, I'm going to go North Carolina.
Yeah, it's hard to pick against them.
Kansas, South Carolina.
Kansas. I think Kansas gets them.
Again, so North Carolina and Kansas.
Oof.
And then Marquette, Houston, NC State is what I got. You got Marquette, Houston.
Yeah, I mean, Houston. I don't see
Houston
anybody
winning.
keeping Houston from the Final Four. When they're interested, they just kick the crap out of everybody.
I agree. This is they get their long-awaited revenge.
Kelvin Sampson.
All right. UConn, Iowa State.
Give me UConn, man. I want to pick the Cyclones.
So 3 1 seeds.
Yeah.
And a 4 seed.
And a 4 seed.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So that's Houston and UConn.
I think it's going to be Houston and North Carolina. Houston's going to win.
You got Houston winning it all over North Carolina.
Yep.
All righty.
There you go, folks. Punch it.
That might be the first one ever to do it. We'll see. It'll be fun.
South Carolina loses in the first round.
Yeah.
If I picked your teams, you should be scared.
Yeah, we got to get on out of here, man.
Real scared.
That starts Tuesday.
Oh, yeah? The
Playing game.
All right. Tomorrow.
Florida State for Stetson in baseball. And it's teachers' planning day today.
Oh,
you get a spring break off and then you get a whole nother day off. I don't understand it. It's probably because they don't pay them. They just give them days off.
Yeah. Well, hey, teachers got kids too, man. They gotta do stuff on spring break with their kids.
It's true.
No, it's not true.
No, yeah, but they have to do stuff with their kids every day.
That's right. We gotta work.
Yeah. People have to work. They get the week off. I don't know. My kids love it.
Yeah. Yep.
But baseball's in the air, spring training, college baseball, conference season about to start. Big series coming up for the Noles against the Tigers.
On the road.
Yeah. Really find out what this team's made of. But I tell you what, they seem like a whole different team, better team.
Yeah, they're definitely better.
Oh yeah.
But it's gonna be a tough game, tough series. You find a way to scratch one win across, and you got nothing to really hang your head about. Just don't get swept. Burn it all down if we get swept, man.
So Houston winning the title. There's no way that's going to happen. There's going to be upsets all over the board.
It's going to be some team
it's
that
never
nobody
been
expected.
more wide open than it is. I mean, college basketball as a whole, it's unpredictable. It used to be you would never see that. Last year was really first of its kind because usually you don't see the upsets go into that second weekend.
Yeah.
Usually that's where they die. They kept rolling, and we'll see if there's another one.
Who's going to be
year.
FAU this year?
Yeah.
start. It's going to be NC State.
Yeah.
Wolfpack.
Surprise, man. We'll see. We'll watch it, and we'll react to it. And we'll talk to you next time, right here on the North Florida Sports Network.
We had to go. Our ride was here. We got a shuttle to our